So today is Ash Wednesday, and it kicks off this really important spiritual season for Christians all over the world, Lent. In this explainer, we're going to look past just the ritual of the ashes and really get into what it's all about, this call for a deep inner journey.
So you've probably seen it, right? The ashes on someone's forehead. But what do they really mean? What's the deal with that? It's so much more than just an old tradition. It's this powerful symbol that's packed with meaning about, where we come from, and maybe even more importantly, where we're deciding to go next. Okay, so to really get Ash Wednesday, you gotta get Lent first. The best way to think about it is like a 40-day spiritual road trip or a pilgrimage. It's this block of time that's intentionally set aside to reflect, to kind of strip away all the clutter and the stuff that doesn't matter, and really prepare your heart for the huge celebration of Easter. And that idea of preparing your hearts, that brings us right to the core message for today. The readings for Ash Wednesday draw this really, really clear line in the sand. This isn't about putting on a big show for everyone to see how religious you are. Nope. It's about something way deeper, something happening on the inside. Yeah, check this out. It's all about the difference between an outward show and real inner change. Back in the day, if you were really upset or wanted to show you were sorry, you literally tear your clothes. Super dramatic, very public. But the prophet Joel comes along and says, hold on. God doesn't care about the theatrics. The focus is supposed to be on something private, something sincere, a real renewal of your heart. It's about genuine change, not just looking like you've changed.
And this quote just nails it. Rend your hearts and not your garments. I mean, rend your hearts? That's such a powerful, almost intense image, isn't it? It suggests that real lasting change means you have to kind of break open your old habits and ways of thinking. It's this huge call to be authentic instead of just putting on a performance. Okay, so if it's not about the big public show, then how do you actually do it? How do you start this inner journey? Well, the gospel gives us a really clear roadmap, and it's built on 3 core practices.
And here they are, the big 3, the traditional pillars of Lent. First, you've got almsgiving, which is basically charity, being generous to others. Then there's prayer, that direct line of communication with God. And finally, fasting, which is all about discipline, controlling our physical wants to make more room for spiritual stuff. These are the actual tools you use for that inner work we've been talking about. But here's the kicker. There's one rule that applies to all 3 of these things, and it's simple. Do them in secret. That's it. Don't do them so people will see you and think you're great. Give to charity without posting about it. Pray where no one's watching. Fast without complaining to everyone about how hungry you are. And why? Because the whole point is to build your relationship with God, not to get likes and applause from other people. And all of this, the focus on what's inside, the secret practices, it all leads to the ultimate goal of the whole season. It's all driving towards one single thing: reconciliation. And I love how the Apostle Paul puts it. He creates this real sense of urgency. He's basically saying, hey, the time is now. Not tomorrow, not next week. Now is the acceptable time. So Lent is framed as this amazing opportunity, this special window of time to get right with God, to close any distance that's grown between you. It's an invitation you're meant to feel you should act on right away. And really, that's the bottom line. That's what it all boils down to. The praying, the fasting, the giving. They aren't just things you do to check a box. They're the roadmap. They're the path you take on a journey, and the destination of that journey is a stronger, restored relationship with God. All right, so we've covered a lot. What are the big takeaways here? What should you really remember from all this? Let's do a quick recap. Okay, 4 main things to lock in. Number 1, those ashes aren't just for show. They're a symbol that you're ready and willing to change. Number 2, sincerity is king. What's happening inside your heart is way more important than what people see on the outside. 3, the big 3 practices, giving, praying, and fasting, are your toolkit for making that change happen. And finally, number 4, your motivation is everything. You're doing this for God, not for a pat on the back from everybody else. So let's end by flipping this around and asking you. Forget the specifics of any one tradition for a second. The core message of Ash Wednesday is really this universal call to just look inward. It's an invitation to ask yourself, what in my life needs a refresh? What needs to be restored or made more genuine? So the real question is, what does that journey of renewal look like for you?